Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, join Phil and Lilith as they rank the Mission Impossible movies. Go download this episode, go watch it on YouTube, listen to it on the podcast. This episode
support the Patreon and send us some money on a Cash App.
And this episode will self-destruct your mind. That's right, kids. Welcome back to another episode of the Salty and Petty Podcast. She's a little bit salty.
And he's a whole lot of petty. And together we make the Salty and Petty Podcast. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Hey-o. That's right. And if you couldn't tell from my ham-fisted intro, yes, we're going to rank the first 6 Mission Impossible movies before 7 and 8 come out. Dead Reckoning Part 1 and 2.
Phil, the ham-fisted intro? Get out of town. Shut the front door. If that's not what you show up for, I don't even know what you're doing. They're the best. They're the best Philly podcast.
Why, thank you. Thank you, Lil Blunt Honesty Hellfire.
You know, sometimes I wish I was Cajun so the raging would make more sense, but...
Raging alcoholic works.
Doesn't have that ring to it, but
true.
We'll see what we can do.
All right, so yes, like I said, we're going to rank the Mission Impossible movies. Okay, I didn't tell you this before, but before we planned this, I had only seen the first 3.
So, those aren't even the best ones.
I know. So since we planned this, I binged them all. I watched the first 3 again, and then I watched 4, 5, and 6. So I'm good.
You could have done the extra credit and watched the TV show.
I don't even remember the TV show.
Yeah, it's like from the 60s, like right along with
yeah. I don't know if I've ever.
I was just joking. It's not.
Yeah, I know.
It's totally cheesy.
I got the details, like, you know, the message will self-destruct and stuff, but I don't know if I've ever really watched the TV show.
I've seen the pilot and the last episode, and like one middle episode. It's not great.
Yeah,
I mean, for the time, I think it was pretty good, but like,
yeah.
For a modern audience, it's like trying to make Charlie's Angels happen. It's like, babes, that was a 70s thing. I know we let it slide in the 90s, but that 2000s reboot we did, like just a couple years ago, yeah, babes, in that TV show, it ain't gonna work.
The TV
Let
show,
sleeping dogs lie.
It was the 70s, big hair, and
little
bell
waist,
bottoms.
and little no booty and no boobs. That's what's sold.
Belly buttons.
Twiggy reigns supreme.
Belly buttons, kids. Belly buttons.
Yeah, belly buttons. Hip dips, yeah.
But no, I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. I mean, Tom Cruise has been doing this shit for how many? I mean, 1996, that first movie came out. I remember it was like right before I graduated.
Yes.
It was weeks before I graduated high school. That's how long ago. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, think about this, kids. 1996, like an almost 10-year-old Lilith Hellfire was probably watching this.
Oh yeah, I loved action movies.
Oh yeah,
this was like one of the first ones. Like a lot of people were like really excited. It's like Tom Cruise, and it had like LL Cool J, like with all the like masks and stuff. Like it was a lot of hype around this movie. I remember like it was literally the Flash movie of its time. Like you could not escape these damn.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Packed theater. I think it was like, yeah, it was super packed actually.
I'm trying to remember. Was that the one? I think. Did they advertise that on the back of comic book somewhere? Was that Mission Impossible? There was some action movie. I swear they were even advertising the hell out of on the back of comics. It might have been Mission Impossible, but I just remember all those TV commercials with him just like dangling on you know, above the floor and everything.
Yeah. So. Okay, so like the first 3 are okay, serviceable, but the series literally doesn't get good. And honestly, you can skip the first 3 in my personal opinion. Doesn't get good until 4. Now, do you know why it doesn't get good until 4?
Tell me.
Tom Cruise becomes the executive producer, pretty much buys all the rights, puts his TC Productions into it, and that's when he can start doing his own stunts. He can start doing all these like crazy things. He's like actually putting more of his own personal money into it, and like he just says this is his flagship series. This is what he wants to do. Like this is his thing, and he just goes all out for it. And he had more creative control. He got to bring in some of his friends. Like Brian De Palma's cool if you're doing Carlito's Way, but Mission Impossible, I don't think so. John Woo, a good action director, but like it's not necessarily like a lot of kung fu. And then you have J.J. Abrams in the third movie with all the damn lens flares, and that just really didn't work out. But he's a good storyteller, so he keeps him around, and he does some story credits and like script doctoring and stuff to this day.
Yeah, but like
or at least through Fallout. I don't know if he did it on the next two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
so Brad Bird did 4 too, and Brad Bird was like on an unstoppable streak. Incredibles, a couple of other things. He was just on a streak at this
well, like those
specific time,
like those first three, like that time era, like the 90s, the 2000s.
Oh, it's so 90s, it hurts.
Well, yeah, well, too. I think a lot of action movies at that point, they weren't thinking who would be the best fit. It would be like, oh, who's the big name director at this point? Let's get that. One of the big name directors. Let's get them.
Yeah, definitely heavy on when J.J. Abrams. Well, and apparently Tom Cruise is a huge Alias fan. So he just literally said, "Hey, bring me the guy that does Alias," and that's how J.J. got the job. Which, makes sense. It's action, but like that's on a TV scale budget. And I don't think personally his style has ever translated that well from TV to movies. Like I love a good Cloverfield, I do. But that could have been a made for TV. That could have been a Sharknado is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, he got really more involved and he just put his all into it. And this is one of those when you don't really realize that this is one of the gold mines for Paramount. It's like this in Star Trek, basically. And let's not forget Yellowstone.
Let's
not forget Yellowstone.
I mean, I was looking up the credits for this. I mean, for the first 6. The budget for all 6 was $828 million. It's on
what 3.5
They made over
the
3.
Worth?
They made over $3.5 billion. So
yeah. It was kind of a rocky start though. Like They like I said, 4 is when it gets good, and people were like, they took like a 5-year break and they didn't know if they were going to bring it back. I think personally that's why Tom Cruise had to put like his own production company into it and put more money, because like they were kind of like. Like it was like 4 years. Okay, that's acceptable for an action movie. But then it got into the 6 years difference, and then it was like another 5 until Mission Impossible 4. So
between 5 and 6, except for between 5 and 6, where there was 3 years. Every other one, it's been 4 to 5 years between each movie. So
because they were hemming and hawing every time, and I guess he just didn't like it. So they've come out in more quicker succession, with the exception between 2018 and 2023 because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So that he would prefer to do them a little bit more, but like with all the action scenes, they do need a little more post production. But like they're actually like filming them pretty close together. Well, it's pretty amazing, honestly, because I don't know if you know this, Tom Cruise is pretty old, bro, but he takes really good care of himself.
Well, like I said, he's just been doing Mission Impossible for the last 30 years.
He did that Jack Reacher show or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of in the same vein. It really didn't work out. What was it, Jack Reacher? Yeah, it was Jack Reacher, because he was way too short to be Jack Reacher. I remember I was upset about that. If you've read the books, totally didn't fit the description. Like for me, Tom Cruise is not like a physically intimidating guy. He's like 2 inches taller than me. So
that's not saying much, kids.
Yeah, I'm 5'3". No, allegedly he's 5'10". I'm pretty sure he's like 5'7.5". I'm pretty sure.
No, he
does good in these movies because it's about like it's about cunning, right? It's not necessarily physicality like say a Bond, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, he's got the good-looking, charming Bond thing down, but he's not like a huge guy.
Yeah. So like he carved out himself out a little niche, and he ain't gonna let it go till he's dead.
Yeah, and then of course, I mean, Dead Reckoning. I'm assuming they filmed that all together because
it's gonna come out next year.
Yeah, part 2's coming out next year.
It's in post-production, right?
I think, I'm not sure, but
it's like literally June 2024 is like the projected date. So
it's like July this year and then June next year. Yeah, so little less than a year. Yep. But yeah, maybe it's just because I watched all these together. But I'm almost like, you know what, 5 and 6 almost could have been like one movie or a part 1 and a part 2 almost.
Kind of, because it is like it's basically like the fallout from
well,
the
yeah.
previous. Yeah, I mean, literally, that's the title
Mhm.
from Rogue Nation, and so yeah. But the thing about those were jam packed.
Oh yeah.
So much. Like like did you take a day in between, or did you like watch 2 back to back? How did you like do your little binge?
No. I pretty much I mean, the first 3 I kind of watched pretty much back to back because I had seen them before, but like 4, 5, and 6, I kind of gave myself like a day in between, just
Yeah. Because the action is just I'm that's the one thing I can't even be mad at Tom Cruise about. The action, it just literally is so good. It just I mean, like, you think Christopher Nolan's cool because he set off a nuclear explosion, right? A real nuclear explosion, basically. Well, Tom Cruise does that too, and he does all his own stunts, including. And I feel so bad for the camera guy. Like, the camera guy has to do what he does. He's walking on. I mean, he probably has a little more safety protocol, but
strap him to the plane.
He's jumping out of the plane too. You know, like
Stock
when
paper
you
to the plane.
realize that, you're like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest Tom Cruise fan, but I think this is like one of those franchises that you think is dead, and then boom, they come back and they make a pretty good movie. Like, is the plot crazy? Yes, but if you know anything about the old TV show, I mean, it's crazy.
Oh yeah. It's supposed to be over the top.
You have to. It's suspension of disbelief. So if you can just like, you don't even have to turn your brain off. Like, the plot is pretty decent. It's just fun, fast paced, popcorn flick. Like, if I want to see a movie with deep meaning, I'll go see a Nolan film.
I mean, this is my favorite out of all of anything Tom Cruise has done is the Mission Impossible stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's probably Cocktails and Top Gun, but I'm just like an 80s rom-com kind of girl.
Yeah.
So. But no, I mean, out of action, like, I mean, now he really has to step it up with the John Wick franchise. I think he kind of like realized that, and that's probably why they shot it closer together, because John Wick came out pretty.
That's why he has to drive That's why he has to drive a motorcycle off a cliff.
Well, it's not like that's not something he hasn't done before. So
I know.
But yeah, so it's kind of like really fun to see how he's gonna like compete with that, because Keanu is a household name, just same as him, who made his bones on action rom-coms too. So that's a really cool comparison to see how that affects one franchise versus the other.
So are both parts of Dead Reckoning? Is that going to be the end?
Hell no.
Okay, I thought I saw something. I thought it said it was like going to be the bookend or whatever, but I'm just like, okay, whatever.
He's not. I told you, you're gonna have to pry this out of his code ahead. Now, is it the end of Ethan Hunt? Maybe, and he gets a younger guy in there and reboots the franchise.
Maybe I could see that. Yeah.
Maybe this might be his like last like full-fledged in front of the camera. I think maybe he might take it behind the camera, but he's not letting the series go. And like I said, it is at Paramount. They might even want him to do a updated TV show. So if they don't do movies, it's easier to do a TV show, right? So.
Oh, that wife was pregnant. Oh, where are they going to reveal that? His son comes in. Oh,
we do a huge leap in time
at the end. Oh yeah. Oh. Ving Rhames starts training the kids.
Exactly. And like, bless Ving Rhames, man. He's holding on to this franchise.
I know. Poor man. How old is Ving Rhames? Like, you can tell
he's got to be 60 something.
He's not doing any running, really a lot of running or anything, but he's hanging on, Talk about prime.
Yeah, he's like he's 64. We got 5 years.
Talk about priming from his cold dead hand,
I mean, yeah, he's the comedy relief. He's basically the Charlie of Charlie's Angels, at this point.
And then
once
Simon Pegg jumped on, he ain't leaving either.
Oh yeah, I love Simon Pegg as an addition.
Yeah.
That was kind of a JJ suggestion from his stuff with Star Trek. So.
Oh yeah.
And like he's like I said, we need a little more comedy relief. Like, it can't just be action piece to action piece. So I love Simon Pegg, so I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I have to admit, for Fallout, he really didn't shine with me as Superman, but Henry Cavill was a villain. I was like, okay, I thought he did great as a villain.
It was better than Man from U.N.C.L.E., I'll tell you that.
I'm like, I guess keep it.
That movie was garbage, and so I was very hesitant to have him come into the series, but
It'd have to with Justice League, but I
But
guess
he's like actually like the physicality, like he would make a better Ethan Hunt.
Oh yeah.
So, but no, like I think he's kind of tired of action and he wants to move on to something else. Cavill, that is.
Well,
He's
they
been embarrassed.
Well, spoilers. He ain't coming back in this anyway. So
Yeah. Well, you never know.
well, I guess, but
Tom Cruise definitely doesn't want to be upstaged. I mean, Henry Cavill's like all of 6'3", got the chisel jaw, and he's British. Yeah, ain't no way in hell.
well,
ain't no way in hell.
Well, you'd really have to rate your way around that. What happened?
Bro, come on. From 1 to 2, they really rode around a lot. I'm just saying.
True.
This franchise is like almost like Fast and Furious. Like, oh, cars in space.
Well,
we joked about it. We didn't want you to do it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is this going to be another Fast and Furious where we get at least 10 of them?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Like this might be his last actual film as Ethan Hunt, and he goes on behind the scene. I know he's wanting to do more directing and stuff like that. He's getting pretty old, and he really does like to spend time with his kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see that this being like the last movie, and then they reboot it or do a TV show or something like that, just to keep the franchise alive and money rolling in his coffers.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta pay Xenu here, so.
Oh my.
Yeah,
I know.
And that's pretty much. I mean, he has done a few other things, but this has been his thing. So I mean, I really don't see him doing a new property anytime soon, unless Marvel actually backed up the money truck. But I don't think they would really want to work with him because he's difficult. He's set in his own ways. Like I said, he literally got his own production crew to do things his way and have more control. And Disney is not gonna have that. Either you're a Kevin Feige and you are a team player, or like a Jon Favreau, or you're not.
If you follow orders, they might let him direct, but yeah. So.
Wild card for sure.
What?
He's a wild card.
Oh yeah.
So yes.
Oh, speaking of Marvel, we got Jeremy Renner for like 2 movies.
When they kicked him out of the Bourne franchise, he's like, "Here, come have safe haven in this action franchise." Matt Damon's like, "Give me my role back. You're ruining the box office on this one." Sorry, Renner. I love you, babes, but he is feeling better, right? I
think so. Yeah. I think he's up and around. I think, yeah.
Okay. Now you know what they need to do for Renner? Dear Ben Affleck, make a town 2. Give Jeremy Renner something to do, please. No, that's like the best movie Ben Affleck ever did. So.
Are they still doing what is that, Mayor of Kingstown or whatever?
Ooh, another Paramount. Ooh, I'm starting to see a trend here. That's on Paramount Plus, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, yeah.
I keep meaning to watch it. I haven't watched it.
I scroll past it every time.
I haven't watched it. I've seen previews and stuff for it.
I'd rather watch Bar Rescue. Every single time I'm like, not watching that.
I was at least going to give the first episode a try, but I haven't.
I've been meaning to. I'm down to like the bottom of the binge list here, so it's summertime. I might give it a chance. Or I might just rewatch Rabbit Hole with Kiefer Sutherland.
Hey, Paramount, we got a new episode of Strange New Worlds today.
We sure did, and I can't wait to. I can't wait for 8 more weeks. Oh no, 7 more weeks when we talk about the season finale.
Yes.
Stay tuned, kids. If you are a Trekkie. Or Trekker, whatever you want to be called, I don't care.
Boy, all this Paramount talk, they should really sponsor us,
Yeah. Or even better, they can, even though I pay for ad-free, I still see ads for Paramount shows. That still counts as ads!
At the beginning?
Stop it!
At the beginning of something, yeah.
Yeah. Just stop it!
I know, I pay for no commercials too. I see those at the beginning of, and you can't even skip it or nothing.
You really can't. So they're gonna have to get to work on that one. That's the only thing that I asked. You don't even have to sponsor me. Just fix that.
Exactly. Oh, but I don't know if you know, but at the end of were they planning just to do a trilogy of those first 3 movies? Because I don't know, it seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's going off to live happily ever after with that wife at the end of 3, and then when they do.
I think that's kind of like an allusion to Bond too, like one of those books or whatever. I mean, I'm not DG Chichester, so I'm not like a James Bond expert. Go listen to Chichester Chats.
That's what we still got to do for Patreon. We got to do a James Bond episode with Chichester.
Yeah, so I think some of that is some allusion to that, but I think initially trilogies were the thing. Like Charlie Angels was gonna be a trilogy, but the second one didn't do so good, so they didn't do it. And so, like I said, you see this huge break, and so they're debating and they're waffling, and they're like, I don't know. And Tom Cruise is like, screw it, I'll just put my money behind it, and screw you guys. I'm taking my ball and going home. And it's been history ever since. I know they kind of probably regret pissing him off to the point. Who was that first production company? Oh no. Oh, it was mostly Wagner though. Like Cruise had his original on it, but that's normal. But like,
yeah, Paula Wagner for the first 3.
yeah. And then Skydance is okay. I think that's more for international distribution, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. But no, like, I think it was supposed to be a trilogy. He wanted to do more. The studio was like, no. So he was like, okay.
So are you saying
less money for me to have to cut you in on?
So you said you thought the second one didn't do that well?
Yeah. I think it didn't. I don't know the box office on it, but I remember people saying, okay, now this is just a stretch. Let me look. I can look.
Oh, it made more than the first one. And the third one.
Oh, then maybe it's the third one where they were just like...
Well, domestically, it's saying the first one was like 181 million. The second one was 215 million.
Oh, yeah, the second one was in the fives, I think.
Yeah. And then the third one was 134 million. So
yeah, it must have been the third one. And I think they, like I said, the way that they wrapped it up, I think they were thinking that it was going to be a trilogy. And then I think Tom Cruise started getting denied roles in Hollywood, and so he's like, let me go back to this. That's what it seems like, just if you know the history of his career and the trajectory and everything. So
yeah,
that's what it kind of seems like.
I mean, 3 looks like it was the earned the least out of all 6. So
yeah, it's my least favorite. It's definitely number 6 right now.
Oh my!
No, it really is. So.
That 2 is so weird because it's like, he's supposed to go and recruit this woman thief. They sleep with each other like 5 minutes after they meet, and then all of a sudden he's like madly in love. It's like, oh my god.
Well, that sounds about right. My name is Jane Doe for this episode, by the way. Shout out to South Park.
Yeah, but I was gonna say it's not love, it's lust.
And he's a spy too, so yeah, it is a little weird.
Yeah,
I was just waiting for that the whole thing to be like a reveal. They're like, no, but no. But I mean, who was that?
Who, the woman in 2?
Yeah, I want to say it was Michelle. No, not.
No,
Michelle.
was it Thandie Newton?
Thandie Newton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Hell.
Heyo.
Oh, and then that I know why I like 2. It's that Anthony Hopkins cameo. I think it's it, but like yeah. I was hoping they would do something more with that, but they never did.
I know that's just like he just like shows up for 2 and that's it. Like we never.
Well, I guess it's because like Ian McKellen turned it down, so they were like, oh, who else can we get?
I know, but it's like he doesn't show up in any other movie. I was like, okay, that's weird.
I think 2 did so well because this because isn't that the one where they open with the climbing scene, and that was in all the promos?
Yeah,
and they were making a big deal that he did his own stunts,
climbing that mountain. Yeah,
I mean it's epic, it's cinematic, it's beautiful, it's like it's just like I'm just trying to relax. I'm not working. That's just like your job in 2023. They'll call you at Sunday on 4 p.m. Just jobs have no freaking decency anymore. That scene really resonated with me in my rewatch.
Hold on. I gotta look this up. I gotta look up this track list because I remembered the soundtrack. Of course, the movie was the year 2000. So yes,
in the year 2000.
The soundtrack is so 2000s. It's like okay, here we go. Limp Bizkit, Butthole Surfers,
nice.
Foo Fighters.
You know what? Come on, yeah, we need to have them on.
Kid Rock. Who?
Butthole Surfers. Are they dead?
I don't know. I thought you were gonna say Foo Fighters. I'm like, that's my favorite band. Let's go.
Oh, Uncle Cracker's on this one, isn't he? And Rob Zombie, that's this one, isn't it?
I think
What
so.
you
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at, Uncle Cracker? I remember that song.
Again, the year 2000.
Oh, Metallica's on here too, though. That's weird.
Yeah.
Metallica doesn't play nicely with certain things. Yeah, it's very heavy metal, new metal kind of soundtrack. So, because it's 2000s, that's what was what, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I think they wanted something. They wanted it to sound different than the first
Wait, Limp
one.
Bizkit was the like. It's basically like the like how James Bond always has like the lead song or whatever. That was the song. Take a look around, right? Am I tripping? Is that the one?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, and Buck Cherry has a good one on this one too, right? I think it's Alone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, if that's your thing, this is like a time capsule. That's the one thing about movies from like the late 90s, early 2000s. It is a time capsule, and it will send you. Will send you into waves of nostalgia instantly from the moment you push play.
Kid Rock, Chris Cornell, Godsmack.
Oh wow. Yeah, great soundtrack. The other one's not so good. Not gonna lie. Love theme.
Oh, that's what we need to do. I know you're gonna be listening to this, Noel Tate. You know what we should do? We should have Noel on to talk like 90s and 2000s soundtracks.
Oh, we've been threatening it. I mean, we kind of dipped our toe into it.
Yeah,
we kind of stuff. So
yeah,
totally. You know, I love music. So, do you want to get?
Wait a minute. The illegal online availability of a demo of the song "I Disappear" prior to the release of the soundtrack led to the 2000 U.S. District Court case Metallica versus Napster Inc.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
I wish I hadn't deleted my Napster account. That would have been a treasure trove.
So Mission Impossible 2 soundtrack led to that, kids.
I mean, that just made piracy at an all-time high because, man, you make way too much money to be acting like that. Like South Park said, oh, you can't get a G5? Oh. You gotta fly around in a G4? Oh.
It's like when CEOs of billion-dollar companies say they can't afford, the company has to do cutbacks and,
It's like, on your salary.
Yeah.
On your freaking multi-billion-dollar bonus. How about that? Well, I better shut up just in case. The CEO of my company just got a bonus. Let me shut the hell up. I'm not talking about you. You work hard. You work hard, sir.
But yeah, it was Sandy Newton. The second one. You know who else I really liked from Ghost Protocol? Paula Patton.
Yeah. Robin Thicke, you blew a bag, sir.
I know, man. I mean, she's a good actress. I mean, she's very good looking, easy on the eyes. I mean, yeah.
Sometimes people just grow apart.
You're an idiot.
That's his fault.
Robin Thicke. Yeah.
But much like Stephen Colbert, I do not make fun of late night TV host children. So no Colbert joke, because in the thick of it, he had a late night TV show.
Yeah.
His father.
Yeah.
Canadian treasure that man was.
Alan
Canadian
Thicke.
Treasure.
Hey man, he had to deal with Kirk Cameron for how many seasons?
Exactly. I mean, no, like. Seriously,
though. Oh, I know.
When he found God, and like he had like that girl that was his girlfriend on the TV show because she was like a Playboy.
She appeared in Playboy.
The whole Cameron Bure family can suck it. Like I wanted to love Fuller House because I rocks with Stephanie. Like that's my girl from way back when, but like I just couldn't do it.
I know.
Of
yeah. That's what we got to do. We got to do an episode on the Cameron family because supposedly Kirk Cameron had notes for Growing Pains writers and stuff after he found God and everything, and basically his character would do this.
Behind the drama, Growing Pains, first in the series. I'm down for it. It's like not an open secret, and the way he treated Tracy Gold, he practically gave her an eating disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about Growing Pains. Is my jam. Okay, like that's one of my special interests. That Family Ties. What else was on reruns? Oh, and Alf.
Alf.
Family.
Oh my god,
Mac, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh, we should do that episode in honor of Charlie. Actually,
what? The Alf.
The Alf episode.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We might be able to get Justin because I know we were just talking about Elf not too long ago because we were talking about
the comic.
Well, yeah.
The
Well,
crossover.
yeah. That's just the annual for the Evolutionary War. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, I can't believe, because even like Will's like, he's gonna do that. Like, I can't believe that crossed over with a giant Marvel event.
One thing about Marvel, they'll do anything strange for a little bit of change.
Hey, man, it was 1988, man. There,
Yeah, anything went. Yeah, like the 90s might have been wild, but the 80s, everybody loved cocaine. Okay.
Hey, man, 1988, man. Elf was ruling. Elf was Baby Yoda, kids. I mean,
no, you don't even know.
Yeah,
I'm like, babes, that's an alien that eats cats. I love it.
Had dolls, had all kinds of merch, had his own comics.
I think I still have my elf doll somewhere. Somewhere in my storage.
I don't think I do. No, I had one.
I had one. I had to have one. I had that in the cat. I think I got that the same year I got my Cabbage Patch doll.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my Teddy Ruxpin too. It was a good Christmas.
Oh my.
Anyway, well, we're 30 minutes in, Phil. We've been doing random nonsense. You want to rank them?
I mean, yeah, I don't care.
It's up to you. I don't care. I can shoot the shit with you all day. I don't care.
No. I know. Yeah, no. Go ahead. You rank them, and I'll tell you how right or wrong you are. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, like I said, number 6 is definitely Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah.
Lens flares abound with J.J. Abrams. Yeah. I always knew this was gonna be a flop. I gave it a chance, though. I gave it a chance.
And it's so sad because it's Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh yeah. You know what? I don't know why. Every time I think about that, I think about the Bond scene in the chair where he's hitting him in the grundle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like when I see him, I just think of that scene, and I don't know why. It's weird.
I'm gonna hurt her. Bad. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he delivered it. I guess he delivered it well, but I don't know. Just that whole monologue just like sticks out to me for some reason.
Bro, I think that is the most villain monologue I have ever heard a villain monologue. Like, he should have been literally in the corner twirling his mustache. Like, that was like some hardcore villain 101. No, intro to villainy type stuff.
It felt like the character was twirling something and not a mustache, you know?
He was twirling that bag of rocks that hit him in the grundle.
Oh, but again, the minute this lifelong spy in 3 all of a sudden wants to settle down with a wife, and it's just like what's gonna happen. You knew from first 5 minutes what was gonna happen.
Yeah, we're not handing the torch over to anybody, so it's kind of like Austin Powers. It's like, oh, she was a fembot the whole time.
I mean, by the end of 3, I was surprised. It's like, oh, she's not dead, and he didn't leave her. I was like, okay, that kind of surprised me. But then it's like you do a 4. It's like, they're gonna have to do some writing here.
Yeah, listen. Mission Impossible. They love a retool. They really do. I mean, at least they didn't turn into the skid. Like if you don't mention it, I won't mention it gladly.
Although they did bring, I mean, I must credit them. They actually did write it in at the end of the Ghost Protocol about the wife. They didn't just ignore it. So
that is true.
Oh, again, if I get them mixed up, like 4, 5, and 6, I'm sorry because again, I watch them pretty close together. But Ghost Protocol, that's the one where he's like climbing up the building, right? Then was it Dubai? Yeah, I thought that. Did Tom Cruise do that stunt himself?
Yeah, he actually did.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know that it was in Dubai, but yeah, he did it. I don't think they would let him do that in Dubai.
Yeah.
So it might have been green screen. Let me double check because he does mostly all his own stunts.
I was gonna say maybe not Dubai, but I can see him hanging off somebody's building.
Like he just does crazy stuff that I'm just like literally. He did. They let him.
Let him. The Burj
Khalifa in Dubai. They actually let him do it.
Hey man.
Wow. That's some pull.
Money and Scientology speaks, my friend.
Oh, I know, but like still, that's like Beyonce couldn't even dance, and he's climbing the Burj Khalifa. Wow.
He's a rich white. He's a
Oh,
very
oh,
rich
oh, you're
white
right.
man.
My bad. You're right.
Especially,
You're right.
especially over there, he's a man.
Touche, sir. Touche.
Yes.
But she's Beyonce. I'm just
Yes.
saying.
Yes, but over there, she's a woman. He's a man.
Still,
I don't know, but
like the people were passing all this shit. Michael Jackson. That was crazy. Not that I saw the illegal footage or anything. I just heard about it. A friend told me.
Tom Cruise.
Don't sue me, Beyonce.
Tom
I
Cruise.
love you.
Tom Cruise probably spent the money and built like half of a new city for them. So
half of a new island. Touche, good sir.
exactly.
So, which one is your least favorite movie?
Least, yeah, I gotta agree with you. I think it's gonna be 3.
Okay.
Like I said, there's just it was the most predictable to me.
Mm-hmm. And it seemed like it kind of lacked a little bit of action in comparison to the first two that came before and everything that came after it for some odd reason. Like I said, I think they definitely thought this was going to be a trilogy because it was very subdued.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember like a lot of commercials for it. Like some of these like Mission Impossible, like I said, you couldn't escape it. Mission Impossible 2 had some good ads that I remember in my head when I think of this movie. Not so much for Mission Impossible 3, but it was 2006 too, so
Yeah, I was gonna say I was trying to remember, maybe what was out at that point. What was May 5th, 2006? What did we have at that point? No, I was gonna say no, not Spider-Man 3 was 2007, right?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm looking. So we had Mission Impossible 3, Down in the Valley, and American Haunt. Oh, we were on the haunting craze, right? Right. We also had like a lot of like think pieces like The Promise and a couple of other things.
Yeah, but a lot of
it should have been huge. Oh, Keeping Up with the Steins. Was this no Inconvenient Truth was 2006? See No Evil, Little Man. So it's like a lot of comedies and horror seemed to prevail.
Yeah,
the Da Vinci Code. That's what it was. The Da Vinci Code and X-Men 3. I think that's why it got pushed out. Those two movies right there. Now that I think about it.
But
Over the Hedge probably took a big chunk of the family money too.
Yeah. But
so,
Da Vinci Code, if anyone can dethrone
Da Vinci Code and the last X-Men 3 absolutely blew that movie out of the water.
But I was gonna say Da Vinci Code, if anyone can dethrone Tom Cruise, it's Tom Hanks. Yeah.
Although those movies aren't so good. But I remember people really that book was a phenomenon. I could not escape it.
And there are people
I think it was my freshman year of college.
And there were people who will go just because it's Tom Hanks.
Yeah, back in the good old days.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I remember that. It's like early to mid 2000s. Like we got a bunch of
it was like Saw
or all the Saw movies
and like what is that Paranormal Activity, like really cheap low budget stuff, and then like a lot of comedies like Little Man with the Wayans brothers and stuff.
Oh my god!
It was a really cheap couple of years. Like the movies were bad.
Oh my god! My oh my god! I have issues with the Blair Witch Project. Oh my god!
All of them, or just the first one, or the last?
I cannot watch the first.
I love the Blair Witch Project.
I can't watch it without getting a headache. All that.
Oh, I understand, but I love the premise and the lore and the viral marketing behind the Blair Witch. Like I think like in middle school, I made everybody watch that movie at my slumber parties at least once. I love that movie. Like it was really cool. Like I had the VHS and then I got the DVD, and then like Blair Witch 2 is a little weird, but it's meta. Like you have to like appreciate it. But like no, like the Blair Witch franchise is kind of really interesting. But if you can't get through the first one because of the shaky cam, and that was really kind of like its first like shaky cam on intentional, I get it.
Lilith made all her friends watch that movie. Then they ran in the bathroom and looked in the mirror, and she made them say "Scary Mary" 3 times.
I mean, yeah, Ouija board's the whole thing.
No, not from a. Oh my god! She was your average.
Babes, my mom told me I was spawned, not born. Come on.
She was your average suburban child until she got possessed by evil forces and became Lilith Hellfire.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if I broke the salt circle once or twice on a Ouija board, and that's why I am the way I am. But I'm like Macadel, the demon, or like that episode in Angel. I don't want to be in here with this kid, man.
At least think with some dark forces, we get better numbers. Come on.
Exactly. Like I'm not trying to, I don't want to sell my soul or anything. I mean, not like the person who wrote Home Alone.
Oh,
That's a dogma joke. It's a dogma joke. Y'all know I love Home Alone. Y'all know I love a John Hughes movie, even though he didn't direct it. It's still a John Hughes movie. Let's see. What is the next worst movie? I probably am gonna. It's probably gonna be a hot take for some people, but I'm gonna go with Ghost Protocol.
Ooh, okay.
And no shade to Brad Bird. I think it's shot phenomenally, but like the plot is everywhere, every which way, but making sense.
Ew.
And then like the Syndicate was too much, and like they had us on tenterhooks about the whole Luther thing. And then Brent's confession, like, I don't know. Like, it all falls apart at the end for me. Like, the beginning, I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. And then the more you think about it, you're like, I don't think so. Okay, Russian launch control, then this, then that, then this, then that. It's just too much. And then, like, the blackmail for the codes to get authenticated, and then, like, the fake meeting. Like, 2 of them? Like, it's too much. It's too much. Too much and not enough at the same time. I don't know. But, like, and I want to love it because it's Michael Giacchino, iconic on the score, right? From Lost and all those things. JJ did do some good by bringing him as well.
Yeah.
That score is amazing. Cinematography beautiful, but it's just really ruined by the plot. And it's like such an old concept. It's like, oh, nuclear war between U.S. and Russia, get out of town. Like, I'm not a 90s kid. Like, I didn't watch the wall get torn down. Shh. Like, babes, it's the 2000s. We need something new and fresh. At least say it's China or North Korea.
Or just do
like Australia for all I care.
Or just the
Wait, they don't have nuclear power. It's fine. We're safe from the drop bears launching an attack. We can talk shit.
What the F? Or just do like the sequel to Top Gun and just like don't even name the country.
Yeah.
We could do the Top Gun movies one day because and I know.
You know, one day we should really just rank all the Tom Cruise movies.
Oh,
now that would be fun.
Ooh, yeah.
I have a lot of, like I said, I'm an 80s girl. Like, I love an 80s rom-com, and Tom Cruise was the king of that shit.
That would be Interview with a Vampire too. Oh
yeah. Anything to talk about Interview with a Vampire. That, like, oh my God, making that movie was a shit show, but it was so glorious. It was so, you just know, like, if you just Google it, like, the behind the scenes drama and problems and Brad Pitt never wanting to take a bath, like, so good, so juicy.
Oh my.
Yeah, we should, if we don't do all the Tom Cruise movies, we can definitely do well, is the Interview with a Vampire almost back on AMC?
I don't know. Did they ever announce a return date?
I feel like I saw the banner on my Amazon Fire TV.
I know they'll do commercials for like, you can stream all the.
No, I thought it said season 2 premiering soon or something like that.
Yeah, maybe soon, but I don't know if they actually did a gave an actual date.
Because they fired that one girl, so now it's the new girl, and I'm just curious.
Wait, what?
They fired that one girl from last season.
Oh, okay. Here, wait. When's this published? Oh, okay. This was June 9th. Okay. Yeah, Interview with the Vampire has been officially renewed for a second season, but it will be a while until fans get to see their favorite vampires return.
Oh, maybe that was the announcement. Season 2. There will be a season 2. Kind of like how Amazon does. Like, no, we promise. We promise the boys will be back. We promise. Invincible season 2 is coming. We promise. It's one of those. Because AMC don't got much. They got The Walking Dead, and that's about it.
The season 2 is only expected to arrive sometime in early to mid 2024. So.
No, that's probably going to get pushed back to 2025 because of the writer's strike.
That's what I was going to say, writer's strike, maybe. Well, I mean, this article was for from the beginning of the month, so yeah, unless they're factoring that in.
Well, the writer's strike's still on, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, I haven't heard
anything. I haven't heard that they
So at the earliest, early to mid 2024, kids, for Interview with Vampires, and probably Mayfair.
So we got plenty,
right?
Yeah. Well, we got plenty of time. We can do a lot of vampire content. We might even do another Angel episode.
We can do a couple. I don't care.
I don't want to give Joss Whedon the satisfaction though. That's just the unfortunate thing. It's just so unfortunate.
We could do some Angel. They had the comics.
He still gets paid from it. Oh man, those comics, the Buffy and Angel Universe comics at Dark Horse, and that's all Dark Horse has at the time. At this time, like I love you, Dark Horse, but you need to do better. Like that's all they have, and it's not that great.
Oh my!
It's been really bad since like the Boy Slayer, that was the twin. Like I hated that, and it's been downhill ever since. And that was like 2012.
They didn't do any like novels or anything for Mission Impossible, did they?
No, it's not. Let me check. They might have.
I don't remember.
Titan might have been on it. Titan or Brown Book Company.
I was gonna say in the 90s or early 2000s, I would have been all over that. I think if they would have had any. I never heard of any. So
I think just the novelization, maybe. But
probably nothing like original.
Well, stuff. You really should read the novelizations because it's based. Sometimes it's based on early screenplay scripts and stuff. And
oh yeah.
Oh wait, no, there are. I don't know if this is based on the book though, or if it's based on the TV show or something. But I see at least 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, they also have like some tie-in stuff, like the dossier.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a shooting diary for Ghost Protocol. Gee, thanks.
Speaking of that, what did you feel about Alec Baldwin's portrayal in the last 2 movies?
Baby, Alec Baldwin. One thing about Alec Baldwin, he's gonna Alec Baldwin his ass off in a movie. All I can see is like him just yelling at Miss Lemon. Like I can't. 30 Rock just ruined Alec Baldwin for me, babes.
Your Impossible Mission Force.
So like like rewatching this, I'm just like all I see is that just 30 Rock. But yeah, I mean that goes way back to like what, The Shadow or whatever the hell that movie was. Like Alec Baldwin is gonna Alec Baldwin. It's kind of like Babes. It's Billy Zane. Everything he does is weird, you know.
What?
Or just keep it to some of my favorite actors. Christopher Walken's gonna Walken, baby. Like you hire him for that, and that's it. That's all I have to say about it. Good, bad, or ugly, Alec Baldwin is gonna be Alec Baldwin. I never really understood the like Baldwin supremacy like of Hollywood. I'm like, you're not the Waynes. You're not even the Osmonds.
Is there just always a fascination when it's like a bunch of siblings and they're all famous or whatever?
And let's be real. Let's go back to that Family Guy joke. They are all sucking off the tea to Alec Baldwin, including you, Steven. Including you. And Billy, worst of all, Billy. There, I said it. It needed to be said.
Well, the Canadians bombed them.
No, I mean, free Bieber, by the way. Free him from that contractual marriage, please.
I thought you said something else for a second. Okay.
And yeah, I'm not one to stand up for Bieber, but clearly he married that girl for papers. Because remember, he's Canadian. Selena Gomez said no, and all of a sudden he's married to Haley Baldwin, and they needed money. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'll just give you a little taste of Hollywood conspiracy theories with Lilith Hellfire. Stay tuned to the Patreon.
His beady eyes and flapping head.
Oh, definitely.
All right, this might be a little controversial. Okay,
your number 5 pick?
Yeah, my number 5. I think I got to go with what is it? Rogue Nation.
Spicy.
I was kind of bored, like in the middle. I don't know what it is. For some reason, I got kind of bored in the middle of it. I mean, the beginning, I was like, okay, let's see what's going on. Then I kind of get bored, and then towards the end, it kind of picks up my attention again. But there's a big chunk in the middle where I'm just like, oh, we're here. I'm like, well, I don't know why, but I'm just sitting there feeling bored, and I don't know why.
Interesting.
And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, even I think, I mean, 3's the worst, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, for a lot of 3 kind of kept my attention more than this. I'm like, I don't know.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I don't know what it is. Cause that's the weird thing. Cause like I said, Rogue Nation and Fallout, I feel are almost like the same movie, but then it's like Fallout, I enjoyed way more. So.
Right, that's fair enough. So I think my number 4's pick might be a little spicy for people. It's Mission Impossible 2.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, it's at the bottom half, definitely for sure for me.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like, I think it's like I was just over the John Woo. Like, basically, his movies at this time in the 2000s were like kind of copy paste print. And you know, I think also it has a lot to do with I can if you know who. If you're a Star Trek fan, you know who Brandon Braga is, and he did the story, and it just is a very, very Brandon Braga story.
And before you go any further, that's my pick too. Is Mission Impossible 2.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't it seem like, I don't know, it again, it's the year 2000, but it's like it seemed like they were trying to be a little too hip and trendy with it.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Brandon Braga, the guy that, you know, as much as I love 7 and 9.
It's like this isn't the first movie. We got
Instead
sunglasses.
of giving Janeway's boobs some screen time, we just went and got a rando. As much as I love Jerry Ryan, I'm just saying, one of his decisions.
Oh my.
And not giving, you know, not poor Harry Kim being an ensign forever, you know, like his choice. So I have a lot of like beef with Brandon Braga. So
Yeah.
Thank God they kicked him out of the movie franchise.
I mean,
for Star Trek.
Yeah. I mean, 2, it just seemed all like, oh, this isn't the first movie. We're cool. We got long hair. We got sunglasses. We got this. We got that. You know.
You know, it was a Ray-Ban product placement. I think literally, I don't know, maybe I'm making this up, but I feel like Tom Cruise has literally a lifetime, barring bad behavior, like sponsorship with Ray-Ban or something. I think he almost always wears Ray-Bans. Even when he's out in public, if you've ever seen him in Clearwater, my Floridians, you know what I'm talking about.
Probably has more money than, that's what gets me. He probably has more money than God. I mean, he probably gets free sunglasses for life.
Yeah. So, like, I think that was product placement and things like that. But like I said, yeah, it's the 2000s. Everybody's trying to be cool with the youth. I mean, you have to think about like what just came before it.
Hey, Ray-Ban, if you give me a lifetime sunglasses, I'll wear them every episode.
No, you gotta remember this is post Fight Club where everybody is trying to be relatable and just your average Joe kind of thing. And you know, you have to think in that mind frame too. Like that really took a hold in the public zeitgeist for a while. I mean, I still know dweebs that quote it, but they missed the point because you are not the special snowflake. He was talking to you.
Well, that's like the same crowd that thinks Star Trek is suddenly all woke.
Like, babes, we had a woman captain and a black captain like decades ago. What are you on?
Mm-hmm.
What are you on? Do you not know Gene Roddenberry's mission statement?
We had an interracial kiss in the 60s, kids, okay?
I mean, holy shit, they got pulled from stations for it. I mean, be so serious. Again, like I said about Wonder Woman fans and Star Trek fans, if you're a little bit of a bigot or a racist, I don't think you're understanding the material.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Okay, so that was your number 4 pick. So I'll go to my number 3 pick. I like Rogue Nation more than I like number 2, and that's just it. Like it could be a toss-up. Ask me tomorrow, they might flip. To be quite honest, I feel you. It is a little boring, but I feel like I feel like the story flowed better. Like I feel like the pacing was better. The plot was a little more coherent, so it just edges out.
Trying to think. Number 3. You know what? Yeah, I gotta give Ghost Protocol number 3. I mean, it's a good movie, but I think I enjoy my first 2 picks better. So I mean, Ghost Protocol again, good top 3, but
all right, fair enough. So number 2 is actually the first Mission Impossible.
Wait, okay. I was gonna say if you say number 2, I know what your number 1. Then we know what your number 1's gonna be.
Yeah, and we can definitely get into it because it's the most recent, but it's also the best. But yeah, I think the original Mission Impossible really set the tone for the franchise, and that you still see like the little hints and glints of that original kind of like mission statement, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, more modern.
Wait, let's get it. Okay, so the original was your number 2, and then Fallout is your top
number
pick.
1. Yeah.
Okay, I
agree. Is that same for you?
I agree with both of those. Yeah.
Perfect. I think Mission, it doesn't hold up, but it's still a fun. Well, it's Brian De Palma kind of out of his depths, but having fun. He's having fun on Tom Cruise's dime, and I mean, I'm living for it, right? It's just so different from the rest of his stuff that I prefer.
Yeah.
But like, it's still fun. It's still a well directed movie. It's
solid. And if
It
you look
gives me Carrie vibes in like
and-
some instances. Like it's just really weird.
and if you look at it through the 1996 lens, I mean,
You gotta think Scream, a couple of those movies, yeah.
Oh, I saw it in the theater. I mean, it was yeah.
It would have been perfect. They should remaster it and release it on IMAX. To be quite honest.
Oh yeah, it was great in the theater. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely like one of those movies. If you haven't seen it in the theater, you are kind of missing out. Or at least have Dolby 7.1.
Maybe
like have a home theater for sure.
Tom Cruise. That's what you should do in the 3 years from now for the anniversary.
Oh, I feel like they might. I forget how it was shot, so it might not be able to be remastered to IMAX. But I mean, 1996, they should have been able to. They might have shot it in 35 millimeter.
Even if
it doesn't say.
Even if you can't do IMAX, just re-release it to theaters.
Well, I think they're definitely going to do that. That's kind of been the trend lately. Anytime there's a 25th or a 30th anniversary, they are definitely trying to recash in. And I'll definitely go see it for sure. It is a solid popcorn flick. Like, I mean, I would take that over another Marvel movie. I'm sorry to be that person, but I just would. Like, I'm at the burnout point right now with superhero movies, just in general. Like, I am not very interested about, the Gunnerverse or anything at this point. I want something. That's why John Wick is doing so well, in my personal opinion.
You know what you do? Okay, so Dead Reckoning Part 2 comes out 2024. 2026, you put Mission Impossible 2020, back in the theaters in 2026 to coincide when they put out the set of every mission, the 8 Mission Impossible movies.
Genius. And they're gonna do it. Some rogue, haha, see what I did there? Some rogue theater's gonna do it. Those crazy sons of bitches are gonna have a marathon.
Especially if that's if that's Tom Cruise's last, it'll be like, the eight movie Tom Cruise collect, Mission Impossible.
8 movies is so much. Like, wow. Like literally like 30 years.
Or hell, unless they do like Marvel, Marvel and do a marathon of all 8 movies in some theater.
Yeah, I think some theaters going to be crazy enough to do it. And I think some fans are going to be crazy enough to do it. Now, this has a solid fandom. If you look online and like the boards and stuff, it has a solid fandom. But not a lot of merch. And I think that's why, like, I always am, like, down to go see this movie, but, like, I never think about it unless a new movie is out. It's kind of one of those franchises. Whereas, like, Fast and Furious, I'm always, like, rewatching it or, doing DVD commentary or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't judge me. It's family!
I'm trying to remember. Was it 2? I had one of these on DVD or Blu-ray. I can't.
The commentaries are fantastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was trying to remember if they had commentaries. Do they all have commentaries, or
I don't think all of them do. I think from
the early ones,
onward. Maybe? I think three onward they have. If you get the Blu-ray, they definitely have commentary. They kind of have. Not in recent years, but like in the last decade, like the DVD is basically the VHS, and if you want the good shit, you gotta get a Blu-ray. I kind of just hate Blu-rays though. I don't know why.
Why? I thought you were all in the Blu-rays again.
I mean, I gotta have the set so it looks good on the shelf, but that's about it. Like, if it's not like part of a collection, like say Ghostbusters or Supernatural or Smallville or the Arrowverse, like or like those like collections of like the Brat Pack that they have at like Walmart, where it's the new like stuff on the front.
Remember, remember the physical media. Don't let them control your content, kids. Get that physical media.
My Plex is gonna burst. Okay, like. I have so much on my NAS, it's ridiculous. Like music videos, TV shows, movies. Like I actually need to go through and say, oh my god, I think I have to finally take that Justice League from the 90s TV show pilot off of it, the Wonder Woman pilot. I have to make room. Something's got to go, and I think it's everything that's terrible's got to go. I'm gonna put it on something else, but it doesn't need to be in my Plex. That's what I'm just. Oh, except for I think the Aquaman Mercy Reef, it can stay because that's actually pretty good. Really pissed it never got picked up. Anywho, yeah. So number 1, Fallout by far has been the best Mission Impossible movie. I mean, it's the 6th movie in the franchise, and it's the best one. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like this is reinvigoration for the franchise. Like, and I actually didn't see that many ads for it. I mean, I guess because the Flash took all the space, but it's still not July yet. So I think the 4th of July weekend.
For Dead Reckoning, yeah. You know what? The last couple of weeks, we've been seeing a bunch of movies. Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, Transformers, The Flash. I think I saw the trailer in every one of those. So,
Like if you're at the movies,
you know me. I literally time it so I do not have to watch ads.
Oh, really?
I get my seats first.
Yeah.
You know, you buy the ticket and you show up. I literally like I get mad if I catch the tail end of an ad now because like unless it's that let's all go to the movies and have ourselves a snack, I don't want it.
I don't want to see the ads, but I want to see the trailers.
I'll watch my YouTube. That's what YouTube's for.
Yeah.
If I want to see an ad, I'll see an ad.
I was gonna say for the last month or so, I think it might have even been for Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, every movie. I mean, I haven't seen a lot on TV.
Maybe that's where they put the budget.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of TV commercials, but like in the theaters, yeah, they've been playing the trailer for in front of all the movies. So
yeah, the trailer I think I saw the teaser trailer. I haven't seen the full trailer, but it looked good. I was just like, yeah, this is gonna go bananas.
I would have got
I think they are. They definitely has a bigger budget, I believe. So it might be some truth. But if that 8th movie does super well, they are not killing that franchise. Just like, you know, Vin Diesel was like, oh no, Fast 10's going to be the last one. But no, I changed mine. It's actually going to be a 3-part movie, bro. Like, bro, just say you're making 13 fucking Fast and the Furious and get it over with, okay? I'm already pissed you brought The Rock back. Spoilers.
I was going to say, I don't know about
13? Fuck, no, that is going to break me, bro. Like, it's like 10 was fine. That's what you and freaking Paul Walker agreed on. He's gone. It's time to kill the franchise, but if you like Fast and Furious hate, be sure to tune into the Patreon. Maybe.
Oh my.
Maybe.
Oh my. I was gonna say I could see Tom Cruise going, no, we're doing 10.
I think they might, if it does well, they might push for 10. That's a solid round number.
And
but
again,
you have to be careful.
And it could do another 2-parter.
Exactly. It might. I mean, to really like reboot the franchise, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the Mission Impossible series on Paramount Plus. I mark my words.
Or just a new movie series with the younger guy.
Well, yeah, with the spin-out series for sure. I could see them doing that. But yeah, I think this movie franchise is pretty solid. The numbers look good. It's so healthy. Like I said, I didn't ever think it would bounce back after that 3rd one. Like the 4th one was a little rocky. But he stuck with it and pushed through, and look what we got. Like, it's really pushing the boundaries for action. I really like action movies. I think action movies don't get enough credit. People think it's just dumb popcorn flicks, but it's like such an artistry and like hard working stunt people and you know the camera crews and everything. It's just really super fascinating working on such like a high paced movie like this. And
there is a suspension of disbelief, but the story has to make somewhat sense too.
Yeah.
And
it's spycraft, you know, at its worst, but it's still spycraft. And people, like I said, James Bond has been around twice this long. Like in movie form anyway, so.
And the rubber mask, just every movie now, I'm like, is that really
I love it. It's the bingo card moment.
Is that really him?
It's the bingo card moment. I love it. It's ridiculous, but you gotta love it because that's the ridiculous part of the franchise, you know. But you love it. You want to see, who's gonna be the special cameo where they rip the mask off? You know, like everybody's placing their bets. Like, who's it gonna be? You're looking at the cast list. Like, wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. The LL Cool J one is still the best one. I'm sorry, it's my favorite because that is the most ridiculous, right? Yeah.
Oh, what was that? What was the one? Which movie was that? Was that Rogue Nation or what? Was it Wolf Blitzer?
Yeah. It's like I knew
it. The walls just come away. He's like, what? Simon Pegg. How did it?
Yeah, they don't take themselves that seriously, right? They're just here to give you a good, fun movie, and I love that they don't take themselves so seriously, right?
Yeah.
I think like a lot of movies need to kind of take that lesson personally. Like so many movies are so serious and dour and dreary. You know, it's like, you know, we get Superman killing somebody. It's like, okay, babes, we got to swing back the other way on the pendulum now, okay?
And these last 2 movies that what's her face? Rebecca, is that who he's with now in real life? Is that?
Oh,
I thought I saw something about a romantic. I mean, I don't know if it's still going on, but I thought him and
Rebecca Ferguson?
I thought so. Yeah. I mean, unless that's already over, but.
Let me Google schmoogle. I did not hear that. But I've been out of the Tom Cruise relationship since Katie Holmes escaped. Her heroin escape.
Ah, Swedish.
Yes, of course. One thing about Tom, he don't really mess with American girls. If you remember Nicole Kidman was
Australian. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess
His
yeah.
first wife really put the kibosh on that. I see that they were kind of messing around, and that's probably how she got the job. But
Oh my.
yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Okay. Just enough to get a career, eh?
Hey, I mean, if you can swing it, swing it.
Hey-oh!
Not even mad. Like, it's so hard getting into Hollywood when you're not a Nepo baby. I'm not even mad at you, baby girl. Yeah.
Gets intense on those sets.
Well, I mean, of course it gets intense. I mean, my heart breaks for Jennifer Aniston every time I watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith. For Angelina Jolie only.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Jennifer Aniston has to cry herself to sleep at night on those giant piles of cash.
Well, I mean, yeah, that too. Although, her last relationship that I ever even thought about was that Justin Theroux, and he was just like a dirty Tom Cruise lookalike. Like, I was just like, babes, you're Jennifer Aniston. What the hell are you doing with this guy? This guy looks like a Colin Farrell clone gone wrong. Where are you? No offense to Justin Theroux. Just saying. Just saying. I love you in The Leftovers, but let's just be real. When you squint, you're like, who is this guy? He looks like a million different guys.
I know Lilith won't get this, but maybe it's what was on the inside that counted, Lilith. Just because he's not a young himbo.
It does not compute. Does not compute. Maybe you're right. Maybe, I never heard any. Well, actually, I did hear bad things about Justin Theroux, so let me shut up. I never. Well, no, I did.
Lilith's like, yeah, I know. What's on the inside that counts? Inside his pants.
Wallet.
Oh.
Babes, if you can't keep the Goldschlager coming, I don't want it.
That's at Lilith Hellfire, man. Go to it.
I joke, I kid. I got my own money.
We need the money, gimme.
Yeah, so big penis will be all that's required. Anyway. Oh my.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with these next two movies. It's interesting that it's a two-parter for sure.
I know.
I wonder if they're gonna do the to be concluded, or do they just do that for threequels? Because The Matrix famously did that. Now Into the Spider-Verse has done it. I think another movie did it as well.
I know Back to the Future did it.
Yeah.
I just wonder how.
Cool if they did that, like to keep the trend.
I mean, this is the first time I'm like, I wonder how they're gonna cliffhanger this.
Explosion. Gotta be.
No, that's how you.
He pulls the mask off, and it has him and Ethan Hunt for the last 4 movies. And he's like laying in a coma in like Switzerland somewhere. He's getting the Norman Osborn treatment.
Oh no, Lilith! No, he's been in a coma since the end of 2. He was never married. He was never.
Oh no, they retcon everything.
Oh, who the hell are you?
Bro, could you imagine? I mean, this is not the CW, so I don't think they would do that, but
no.
It would be wild if they did that. Like, it's going to be some insane face mask reveal, and I just feel like it hasn't been Ethan for at least the last 2 movies or something.
Or they're all captured and stepping out of the shadows. Their captor, it's like Henry Cavill with a messed up face and stuff.
Don't give well, it's already written. I was going to say, don't give the video ideas, but yeah, we can do fun theories. It's already written, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably already filmed. I mean, probably.
Yeah, no, it's in post-production. Part 2 is in post-production.
I was going to say.
We can fan wink until our heart's content.
Comes out pretty soon here, so.
I do kind of want some justice for Cavill. I feel like how The Rock and his wife played him was terrible. So I hope he finds a project that fits him and can tailor it, and he can stop being a fake nerd and be himself.
Exactly.
Tank top won't fool me, sir.
Whoa!
Oh, you're building a PC in a tank top. Yeah, I still see through you.
Oh my god. Okay. You can remove one from human history: the Snickers ad or The Rock. What do you do?
Snickers ad.
Oh, her mortal nemesis. Yes.
Yeah. That was some atrocious bullshit, man. I mean, literally, I still get viscerally mad thinking about it. That is a piece of comic book history that I shall never forget till the day I die.
I was gonna say
I'll be old and senile and have Alzheimer's, but I'll remember that fucking ad. I'll tell you that
I was
much.
waiting to see what you were, a piece of what? What were you about to say?
Anywho.
All right.
I hope somebody sends in their list for Mission Impossible. What do you think? Are we crazy? Are we right on the money? Are you excited to see the next 2 movies? What are your theories? Is it going to be Henry Cavill with a fucked up face?
Yeah, come on, Noel Tate.
Is it good? Have we not been following Ethan Hunt this whole time? It's going to be like some Vanilla Sky crossover.
I forgot about that.
Penelope Cruz just shows up.
No, Minority Report.
Hey, man. That is another really great Tom Cruise movie, and you can thank you Apple people can thank your aesthetic to that movie. True story. Just like we can thank flip phones to Star Trek. You're welcome.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think we have sufficiently shot the shit and gave people our rankings and random nonsense like they always come for. So we can wrap it up.
All right. And kids, next time, all right, you have homework this time. Yes. Next time we're going to talk obscure 90s TV shows.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. Oh, place your bets on which ones we're going to talk about. If you are listening, send in your theories about what shows we are going to cover and what shows you think we should cover.
Oh my God, are we gonna become like the NFL? Like they're gonna take odds in Vegas, and people are just gonna like bet on what picks we're gonna make every episode, and
Because I mean, some of mine are out there. Like I'm still pretty sure some of this shit was a fever dream. I mean, I feel like I was like sick one day at school on cough medicine, and it's all hazy type shit, like obscure.
The 90s.
I mean, literally, they would put anything on TV. I think it was the 2000s though, but Greg the Bunny, like that's all I have to say. If you know, you know.
All right. So yes, so send us all your Mission Impossible thoughts, or send us your picks for obscure 90s TV shows. Again, we'll read all this crap even on future episodes. So email us, email Salty and Petty 69. That's right, the branding. Lilith Hellfire's branding. Salty and Petty 69 at gmail.com. That's Salty and Petty 69 at gmail.com. Or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Oh, that should have been the our logo for Salty and Petty. Just like you standing on an apple box in like a superhero costume and just like a 69 logo on your chest. Yes.
We'll see what we can do.
No
boob window spoilers.
Both of us standing there, but you're standing on something, so you're as tall as me. Then
I mean, that's not hard to do, Tiny Tom Cruise Jr.
What? Who, me?
Yeah. How tall are you, Phil?
Like 6 foot.
All guys say they're 6 foot, so that means he's 5'10" and a half.
Okay, 5'3".
5'3" and a quarter. I need my quarter, thank you.
I don't know, man. She's wearing Jordans or something with a big thick heel or something.
I may or may not wear lifts like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise secretly might be my short king hero. You'll never know, though, will you?
All right, kids, and if you want to check out all the Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise, our Patreon, where Lilith Hellfire may or may not be jumping up and down on a couch. Find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. Lilith Hellfire. Grandma's only on Facebook.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to make friends with your favorite internet granny, friend me on Facebook. I promise not to post crazy conspiracy theories from Fox News or The Drudge. You'll just see doggy pics and random obscure stuff like, why Captain Sisko is the best Star Trek character.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
And why Christopher Pike is the best captain ever.
And coming soon, how to plan? You can buy plans from Lilith Hellfire to 3D print your own love doll.
Yep, 2026, kids. That's what we're aiming for.
I told you.
It'll be like, oh, it's just eat, drink your Ovaltine.
A crummy commercial. Son of a bitch. All right.
That should be our no prize. We should buy like a whole bunch of decoder rings that just with a stupid message in it. Support Capes and Lunatics on page.
No. You decode it and it's like one of the drops or something.
Oh yeah.
Are
you gonna do it?
I don't know. Wait a minute. I see. Y O U. Oh no.
Your mother's a whore.
Oh my God! Did you see Noel Tate, superfan Noel Tate, posted one of his Facebook memories? Was it yesterday? And it was like talking about, oh, look what Frank Miller put in a Batman comic. Of course, it was from Dark Knight Returns. Hold on.
We should all have a class action lawsuit against Frank Miller because we're all fucked up in that. I choose to blame Frank Miller for that.
Oh yeah, he put. He's like, yeah, can you believe only Frank Miller could put balls nasty in a Batman comic. Little Hellfire is like, I base my life on that motto.
Ooh. Yeah, I think we should definitely have a class action lawsuit for sure. Let's get on that. Let's hit up the legal team for Capes and Lunatics.
Wait a minute. I'm getting another message. Y-O-U.
Our whole family can suck it. No, it's going to be sussy. Like, why are there so many? Oh, no.
I got the Ray decoder ring.
Sausage.
Ray's just like, I-N-T. No!
T-A...
Into the Dark Knight. Sorry, Ray. I had to do it. We didn't do it this episode, so.
Ray pays good money. B-A-T. Oh, son of a
Batman. My favorite.
Oh, wait. I got one. T-H-E.
The Hard Master.
We should definitely have a no prize for the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network overall. It's just decoder rings with our stupid job. We should do that.
It's a lot of meat.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. Everyone's ADHD's kicking it.
Kicking in. Full swing, baby.
Whoa! All right, kids. Time to go. Lilith has to take her medication.
No, I've already done that. I'm ready for bed, bud.
Oh, my. Oh, that's right. She did 2 shows today. Kids, for the first time in history, Lilith Hellfire did more podcasts than me today.
I don't know how that worked, but it worked. Go check out Full Stream Ahead